Hello friends, we're back, and today we're going to unbox a little something from Pendragon Studios. Now this is a game I backed a while ago. It's based on a very fun 80s movie, one of my favorite 80s movies. Now when I say that, I'm not saying it because it's a great movie. I think it's a great movie, but maybe for different reasons that people think. There's a certain amount of nostalgia, yes, but also it's just a lot of fun. So let's take a look. This just came in from Quartermaster Logistics, who of course always packs their stuff super well. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the communication and stuff that Quartermaster does. And if they packed this, and I think they did a really good job. So let's take a look here. So we got the President. This was like I think this was a bonus for backing or staying on this to beginning. The heroes. There's some miniatures for the heroes. We've got. I did not go all in on this, so we'll see what I got here. Here's the base game, and it's pretty heavy. Boy, it's heavy. A lot of cards, a lot of chits and stuff. And here is the Kickstarter extra content. Of course, anything else? There's nothing else. There should be some sleeves, because I asked them to get me some sleeves, and they're not in there. So I'm a little pissed off about that. Well, pissed off maybe a little bit too harsh. But I'm disappointed that my sleeves didn't make it in there. Maybe they'll arrive separately, because I did buy them separately, to be fair. Alright, and here we have it. So we got the base game, bonus content, a miniature pack. Boy, I recently unboxed the thing. I don't know if you saw that video, but I don't have a lot of games by Pendragon Studios. Let me say that. I've got one in particular called The Last Aurora. I think that was my first game by this company, and I really enjoyed that, and I played that a lot. It seemed sort of indie, like there's just not a lot of attention for it. Maybe it was because that company's in another country or something like that. But I don't hear a lot of love for Last Aurora, although the few people that have reviewed it seem to like it a lot, and I really like that game. So I haven't had a chance to play the Thing yet, and I wanted to get the miniature set for the Thing, but boy, is it really difficult to find anything. So I'm glad to have this. It looks like this has this sort of has the base set of things to it. So we've got the heroes. It looks like some prisoners and stuff. So it'll be a nice little set of miniatures. The weather is perfect outside, so I'm going to go outside and prime these up and paint them right away. This is my very next painting project. And of course the little President here. Alright, so I think it's time we take a look inside one of these boxes. What do you think? I have to apologize too. I've got a case of COVID, and so I have not been feeling too good this week. Trapped here alone. It's a great time to delve into a brand new board game and learn about it. I noticed in the comments for this too that it's now being sold, so you can buy this right now in Miniature Market or one of those other online retailers. This imagery is really neat. You know, I don't think there's actually a scene in the movie with this statue like this. That was largely for marketing and stuff, to kind of sell up the New York aspect of it and the dystopian aspect of it. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Cloverfield, but there is a scene where the Statue of Liberty's head ends up in the street like that, and it was inspired by the cover for the movie art for the original Escape from New York. So that whole scene was inspired by what we see here on the front of this. So that's pretty cool, especially if you know the history. Alright, here we have the rule book. I've been watching some how to play videos, because that's what I tend to do, especially before something arrives, to kind of get an idea for how it is. Let's get a little closer here. It looks like they've gone dark mode for their printing and stuff. That was probably expensive. It's a little bit easier to read, though, on this dark background and stuff, so that might be kind of neat. A lot of text walls, but a lot of explanations and stuff, too. So maybe that'll make it easier to pick up. I haven't been able to get a good sense exactly for everything you need to do about it in the videos that I've seen so far. If I'm able to pick it up and I feel pretty reasonably good about how to play it, I'll do a playthrough on the channel, and I'll do my take on how to play this. I have to say, for me, this was totally a nostalgia buy. Like, I didn't see anything in the examples that are like, oh my gosh, that's some breakthrough gameplay stuff. And I know that's silly and kind of dumb, but you know, anytime I can paint Kurt Russell, I'm going to take that opportunity. He's my hero. I love this guy. He was the hero of my childhood for sure. So I've got lots of time off from work this week since I'm homesick anyway. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that rule book and get it squared away. Looks like we've got some standees to represent the different things. I do know for sure that all of these things are components either in this miniature set or in the extra stuff over here. So I'm going to just leave this unpunched. And I don't know if this is going to turn into a reboxing or not. I'm going to pull this out, and if it doesn't seem like it maybe was super apparent where everything goes, I might do that too. All right, got a punch board here with a couple of different things. We got the Duke of New York's station wagon. We got the Gulf Fire, I think is what they call that. We got some suitcases. So I think you've got to go and figure out where the president is. So there's a little bit of a go here, turn it over. Go here, turn it over. In fact, let's turn them all over. Nope, it's just 1 through 4. These things here at the bottom are little things that you've got to unlock on your character, because you can sort of improve your character as you go along, get more abilities. And here we have the board. I might set this aside. It's fairly big. It's a bit bigger than I thought it might be, but it is the Big Apple. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. We'll look at that in a little bit. We got some character boards. And these are all cardboard. Pretty thin layer of cardboard, but not as thin as like the Simon stuff. It is actually cardboard and not just like a big piece of paper, basically. Got Snake Plissken. And they do have some artwork. I thought it was all movie photographs and stuff, but that looks like some original artwork that they made for it. Got Cabby. Brain. Oh, that's funny. I don't remember his hair being that blonde. It's kind of funny. And Maggie. Oh, Maggie. Never saw her in another movie. No, wait, maybe I did. She looks real familiar. I feel like I did maybe see her in another movie. And this is New York. So New York has its own board. And depending on how much noise you make, that's what activates and energizes the New York to come get you and attack back. Got some quick stats for the 3 baddies that you have to deal with. Looks like it's got a little bit of a player aid. It kind of explains what happens in this phase and stuff. Here we have some standee stands, different colors for these standees. These I'm not as sure about. Let's take a look here. So we got some different cubes. These are pretty standard fare. And then we got this orange cylinder here. It's just kind of odd. And we got some green and white cubes. Got a bunch of meeples that look like they're holding machetes. They sort of look like they're wearing baseball caps and wielding machetes. New York! That says New York to me. These, I think, are replaced by miniatures in here. We'll see. We got some sets of cards. Butt whooping. This is another game where you're going to play cards for your actions, and I think you lose cards when you take injuries and stuff. And then to redraw your deck, you're pulling down the timer. In the movie, he had been injected with poison or something, and he had a timer on his wrist. So there was this constant countdown for how soon he needed to get back and get his cure injected. Can't remember if he was poisoned or they put something that would explode in there. Something like that. Now it seems a little dark in here, so I'm going to turn on some lights. Sorry for the continuity issue. And since we're down to cards and miniatures next, we'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit over here. Let's take a quick look through these cards. So in this game you're going to have character specific cards. I'm not sure what these with a mug on them are. Oh, these are the suitcases. I thought it was a beer mug. It's a suitcase. Okay. So this is the 1 through 4 suitcases. Looks like there's 3 of them. So you got diagrams of the bridge, and I guess the other one's probably the president. Well, that's interesting. Their cards are staggered, sort of. Wonder what makes these different. Cabby's taxi. Diagram of a bridge. Another, huh? Mac 10. Oh, I bet these are starting. I bet this indicates that they are starting things. Yeah, these are probably starting equipment for your characters. Probably. All right. Now these are the different player cards. Looks like we got Snake here. You'll see that there's this little exclamation point that indicates how much noise you're using as you do this. And then so you're going to play one of these cards, take the noise, do this effect. And it looks like it's just kind of all scenes for the movie. There's no artwork on this other than just movie cut scenes. I gotta say, I usually hate that. I'm gonna let it go because I love this movie so much. All right, and it doesn't look bad. I mean, it doesn't really take away from it or anything. It's not like I thought the artwork would be better. I think that sometimes, like especially with Unmatched, like boy, the artwork that they do on those is unmatched. Like it's mostly really good. So even if it's something you've seen a million times before, they make it look really interesting. All right, going through these really quick here. Yeah, got some cabbie cards. I think we get the picture on that. It's got a sense for those cards. Let's see what else we got. Taking a look at the insert. Not sure if this is like a packing insert or what, if it's real functional. It's really thick. This is actually a little bit thicker quality than I usually see in an insert. I usually look for how high the cards stack in these things for how well they'll be how sleevable this is. So far it all looks really good. I think I even have some square sleeves from left over from Pest. Alright, so we got some cabbie cards. Got some Manhattan cards, so not sure what the different colors indicate, but basically the island will be taking turns on you as well. These seem like these are objective cards. Much like Nemesis, I think in this game you've got personal and private objectives that will include maybe a betrayal. So it has sort of a betrayal mechanism. It's sort of co-op, but you could also take off on your own. So I think you can win as a group if you choose to, but you also have the option to sort of take off on your own. These are all objectives. New York removes all damage from each boss in play. So this must be New York taking its turns. You're number one. New York adds 1 roadblock to your space. Add 2 prisoners to any reveal. Yeah, so this is just kind of like an event deck that's going to be making it harder for you as you go along. Real simple rules on these. Real quick, easy to read, 1 sentence. I like that. Keep it simple. Especially for automation, you want it to be pretty simple and straightforward, you know. All right. So that's all the things New York can do to you. Got some of these like loot crates. Oh, they are. So we've got trash can. These are like items. Trash can lid. There's one part where he's sort of in an arena, and he uses a trash can lid for a shield. Throwing stars. I had a couple of these in the 80s. Because we all did. Everyone had a shuriken in the 80s. It was a wonderful time. Spiked Club. Way before Negan. Way before Negan. Okay. Got a couple of duplicates on these. These are all little things from the movie. It's pretty neat. Got the pretend tape. Axe made out of the roadside. The President. When this card is collected, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And 2 more suitcases. President's bracelet and the tape. Okay. So tonight, I'll be painting and I'll be sleeving. I'm sleeving you today. All right. There are a few games out there, and whether I like them or not, I'm going to paint them and keep them forever. And that includes Big Trouble in Little China. This is my other favorite Kurt Russell movie. Well, probably the favorite. This is. It's hard to say if this is number 1 or Big Trouble in Little China is number 1. I love them both. Boy, this looks like what I just looked through a second ago. It's kind of a mix of all these different things that we've already seen. Well, let's see what this stuff is. What's up with this stuff here? President is alive. President is alive. Bracelet. These might be upgrades that you can get to the basic cards and stuff. So it seems to be multiple. Yeah, like 2 for each. Okay. These are probably upgrade cards for the heroes. All right. Right here we got Not sure what these are at all. They're all 3 noise, 4 noise. Ambush. Move all bosses in play towards your space using manholes 2. All enemies attack heroes in range, choosing the target to attack in an ascending hand size order. The current player breaks ties. So these look like more reaction cards, although they look different than the city ones. I think to some degree, well, I think it's these though. We're gonna place tiles down and then you flip them over to see what the streets look like. Huh. Some other mechanism, and then these things again. Ooh, I haven't seen these yet. You may complete a lone victory. Oh. It's your little moniker for when you've betrayed everyone. Personal objective. Crossbow. More of these. Boy, they're all in like... You'd think they'd all be together, like all the similar cards. So I'm going to have to take a little peruse through the rule book. Make sure I understand what the backs of all these things mean. Get them all together. Looks like we have some player aids. That's for cab cards. Okay. Got player aids, and it looks like they're in the different player colors here. Hero phase, how to win. So we got a breakdown of the phase. Boy, a lot of steps. 9 steps in a phase. And a little glossary for the iconography, which is very limited. Alright, that's good that they included that. Alright, so we got one last set of cards to look at, and these are the little square ones. I imagine these will be the little places on the map and the clock. I know the countdown clock there is mimics what he had on his wrist. And if you look on the board itself, it's got little square spaces where these other cards are going to go. Don't see many, of course. They could be all out in different order. On the back it says New York immediately gains 3. Okay, so every time you tick down the clock, it looks like bad things kind of happen to you. Makes the game a little harder as you go. We'll flip this over. You got some of this on the back of it. These look like they go on the board. And then we got little streets. And in the streets, we're going to see, I should have left this out. We're going to see little icons. And like this is an item. That means there's an item there. And I'm not sure what that means. Oh, is that a manhole cover? When you enter this space, reveal 1 card from the trap deck. If you reveal the triggered card, discard 2 random cards from your hand. Oh, so that means there's a trap there. Okay. See how it kind of looks like streets and stuff? Alright. Hurry up! Immediately reveal this tile. If it is not already, the helicopter lands on the heliport. Okay. We got more clocks. Things happen. Things happening. Or not happening. Yeah, it looks like going through here. It's going to be streets and little things on the street. Got a lot of those. And then you've got them in different colors. That might be like Central Park or something. I bet you're going to kind of randomize these and put them out. That would make sense. Because that would keep the game different quite a lot of the time. They're color coded for the different parts of New York too, which is interesting. You got all these red ones. Just gonna pop all of these back in here, and let's take a look at. Well, let's take a look at the president here. Let's get this back in the bag. I think this was a follower gift. So if you followed the campaign before it started, you got this guy. I'm sure it just replaces a token is all it does. Since I haven't really seen, except for some dogs that came with the thing, I haven't really seen any of their miniatures, so this will be my first look at one. Looks a little soft. I say overall the details are really good. I definitely can see who it's supposed to be. It looks like the actor it was supposed to be. Looks like the actor. The detail's really good. No detail on the base. And it's very sturdy. It's also very sturdy. So we'll put him in his little house. We'll see if I have to put him in the base. I'd like to put all these miniatures in the base box. Would be great. It looks like there's some space, especially if I take the meeples and I stick them someplace else. Like to be able to get them all in there. I never took a look at the board. Maybe we should look at the board real quick before I just jump on to all the miniatures. Alright, here's the whole board. You see that there's Central Park there. You got a few streets of New York uncovered already. And it looks like the other ones we're going to cover with those cards. And then you've got some different colors called out, like the green one here, of course. And then we got the red ones here. And then the mystery box ones. There was one blue one, too. Maybe it goes in different spots and stuff. But, yeah, basically we got Manhattan. All the bridges are numbered here. Don't know what any of that means. We got just a little bit at the top. We got a place for the clock to count down the top. Got some other information going on at the top here. So it looks like a pretty well-made board. Quality's pretty nice. Seems thick and sturdy. That's all you really want, right? Want it to be a little bit sturdy so it doesn't come apart on you. Goes back together really easily. Very nice. Alright, and here we have the Heroes and Prisoners box set. There was another box that was the Capitol Police, and I think there was another box. There were like 2 or more of these little box sets. They sort of went for a lot, and I wasn't sure. I already knew I was buying this game because of nostalgia, not because I was so excited to paint all this. In fact, looking at it here, look how small. Look how small the scale is on these things. How interesting. Are they different? No, they're all the same dude. They're all stabby. No, they're not. There are some different guys in here. Let's see. I'm gonna look through here to see if I can find. I see at least 2 different types of guys here, but they're all really small. Like here's Snake Plissken next to him, and that's fine because it just kind of represent obstacles that you're gonna take on. So I might be wrong, but I only see 2 different kinds, and this is sort of what they look like. Probably more than likely what I'll do with these is I'm going to do a primer wash. So I'm going to prime these, and then I'm going to put a wash over them. My DIY sun drop technique where I prime these up and I kind of give them a little contrast paint or speed paint, depending on the brand you're using. It does come with a bag to kind of keep these organized and stuff. The thought of individually painting these is too much. I'm not going to do that. But I will put a wash on them so that they look really interesting and you can see all the details and stuff. Like their whole little baseball bats and knives. And we'll make sure you can see all of those things. Those come in a bag to hold them all. Here's another bag here. Surely that's not for the heroes. I don't know if they would all fit in there. Might be for their bases. You got these hard plastic player color things that are going to snap on. I guess that's to differentiate the different player colors. I'm not sure why you couldn't say, you know, I'm using brain. Well, you can very clearly see that this is brain. But maybe from across the board, since they're all gray, maybe it makes it a little bit easier. But let's take a quick look. We'll do the other guys first. Here's Cabby with his Molotov cocktail. There he is on the back. There's Brain. He's Brain because he figures out how to... I think at that time he's helping the bad guys to like do stuff like make gasoline and I don't know. I'm not sure what he was doing for them. There's Maggie. Maggie was Brain's girlfriend. And in the movie, they know a way across the bridge. Like they think they've got a piece of a map to help them get across the bridge. So that's why they're involved in the escape. You got Kurt Russell himself, Snake Plissken. Really nice miniature. These are a lot nicer than the miniatures for Big Trouble in Little China. Really nicely done. Looks a lot like Kurt Russell. I think they did a good job. Good job on those. You got a little baggie. I'm not sure if that was meant to put all these in or what, but I'm not going to. Alright, so now we're left with the Kickstarter extra exclusive stuff. So the grand finale in Escape from New York had them running across this bridge. And it looks like they've included that here. During the production of this, there's all sorts of discussion about this bridge and stuff. And boy, it seemed like they really worked hard on it to be such a simple concept. I mean, it's a piece of cardboard with 6 spots on the top of it. I'm really curious to see how they represented that whole like elaborate bridge chase at the end and worked it into that. But maybe a little skepticism, a little skeptical on that. But we'll see how they do. You know, no judgment, no judgment until it's time to judge. Okay, Stretch Goals rulebook, nice. It's like 1 page. And that is English. This is another language. Boo! And another language. Boo! And another language. Okay, obviously making this little box language independent. And we have a poster. Oh, yeah. I did not know there was going to be a poster. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is going up around here somewhere. So one of you are going down, because this is going up. I think I know what, too. Nice. Thank you. I have to find some way to... Alright, so here's the bridge. Here's the bridge. Very much a some assembly required kind of thing. Not a lot though. It's like some of this is pre-scored and stuff. Yeah, I'm curious for how this is going to work out. Alright. Oh, look at that. We got spaces for the heroes. So if you want, we'll wonder why they didn't just include them in here. Isn't that strange? So I don't know if I've ever seen this happen before. Their stretch goal box has spots for the miniatures from the miniature box. I think that's what I'm seeing here. It's going to be real frustrating too, because I bet these are miniatures from the other set I didn't get. Ah, I hate empty spots. Alright, it's cool that they made this though. Oh, wow. Oh, this is really neat. Okay, wait. Let's see here. So now we got some car miniatures. I think these, this is probably for the bridge chase. I'm not sure, honestly. That's mostly what I remember. And it looks like they're all different? They are all different. So let me show you. We got this one here. We got the Duke of New York. He's got chandeliers hanging off the front of his. We've got a wagon, a little station wagon. It looks like a little Mustang or a sports car of some sort. Then you got Cabby holding out with his Molotov cocktail out the window. Some of these I'm pretty sure are objectives. We got the Gulf Fire. And the helicopter here, these are other potential means of escape. I'm pretty sure this is meant to replace the big orange thing, which must be New York's, something from New York's board where it takes a turn, because it had the same symbol on the back of the cards. And I bet that's what that big orange cylinder was in the original ones. And you got plastic replacements for the suitcases 1 through 4. So you got little suitcases with chains on them and stuff. And 4 empty slots for the other pack of things I did not buy. How frustrating. Now these are the only dice I've seen in the game. There are a couple of dice. This is kind of neat. Very pretty and transparent. And they got this one here. It's got a jack-o'-lantern on it. Some Asian food. I'm not sure what that is. Yep. Interesting. You can pick what kind of meal you're going to have. Boom! Noodles again! Now the reason I freaked out when I got here is look at all these texturized card or bins and stuff. It's kind of, they went that extra mile with the inserts here, and I wonder if these are like meant to replace the inserts that are in the other ones. We got some more New York cards. Looks like some stuff's on fire in these. Oh yeah. Oh, well that's that turn marker. Oh, there's those noodles. Interesting. Is that flood? Is that water? Alright. And we got some crates. Now these crates look like green versions of what they put in the last Aurora game. These are kind of some semi-generic little plastic crates, but they look neat. They do definitely look like crates. Kind of got a green color to them. Just put them aside here. And it looks like we've got some rubble. There's some aspect to this game. Oh wait, before we get to that, here's some bullets again. These are the exact same as Last Aurora, only a different color for their little 3D bullets. So there's some aspect of this game where they're You can block off streets and make barricades, and of course in the movie there are all kinds of barricades. And it looks like this is just a bag of those. There's a lot more detail on these than I was kind of expecting. And it almost looks like these are barricades made out of vehicles or something that you would put in the street. But you'll use it to block off little sections of the road or something. Maybe it goes like this. Yeah. So you can like block off sections of the road when you're, as you're revealing cards and stuff, things will happen where different areas will be blocked off. You got some more plastic stands. Got more plastic stands in different play colors. And one more final set of cards here. Oh, I wonder if these are all different languages. Let's see. It looks like these might be different languages. Retractable spear. Okay, I can read these. Special sunglasses. Oh, that's like from They Live. They Live's another John Carpenter movie and stuff. It's got a little throwback to that. And the Strange Tomato. UFO. Oh, so here's the icons from that dice. Alright, and then these are a different language. So these are basically the exact same things. It looks like I got a couple more items. Some little fun tongue-in-cheek nod items. So it looks like this might be mostly to hold the other stuff. It'll be interesting once I get the rest of this content all punched out and the bridge made and stuff like that. Don't think this is going to be something where I can magically combine it. If later on I do something and it seems really really smart, I'll post a quick reboxing of this. But I think for now, I'm just going to take these things and paint them up as quick as I can and get started on that. Thank you so much for joining me in this unboxing today. I'm sorry if it was a little meandering. I just wanted to get into great detail on this stuff. Looks like a fun game, but I guess that remains to be seen. I'm going to stop what I'm doing right now. The temperature is perfect for priming outside. So I'm going to go outside and prime up these miniatures really, really quick. Figure out a way to pre-order these ones for the spaces that aren't missing. Figure out where my cards are. I've got the custom card sleeves for these that are supposed to be coming in too. If you appreciated me doing this detailed unboxing for you, please click like. And if I would love to see you again, so feel free to subscribe. Over there's a whole list of other things that I've unboxed that maybe you'd be interested in. Be sure to check it out. Until next time, enjoy your games, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.